Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Yes, welcome to Share Every Global Foundation's last meeting of the year. I am excited because we're about to step into a new year. If you're excited, just put in the chat you're excited if you're listening, you're able to chat. But we're excited because we're about to step into something new. And what better way to step into something new than to hear a word that's going to encourage you, motivate you, and empower you. So I am just excited, and I hope that you are bringing that same excited and expectation, because we're going to talk about greater expectation moving into 2024. And if you don't have any expectation by now, by the time we finish this session, you'll be able to dream a little bit wider, see a little bit wider, because we want you to go into this next year with a great expectation. And I'm excited for you. All right, so I'm going to turn it into the hands of our guest introduction, the prime mover, Coach Sandra Almeida.
Thank you, Coach Chris Hampton. I'm privileged today to introduce my mentor, that is adorable Dr. Andrea Anderson, a very beautiful in and out person. I would call her a best coach, BEST. Very brilliant, very eloquent, serene, as she is peaceful and calm, as well as talented, tactful, and trustworthy. We can just keep our eyes closed and believe in this personality. Coach Andrea is a multi-talented person. She is a native of Wisconsin, USA. She is the founder and CEO of High Strategic Coaching Academy and certified Maxwell Leadership Coach, as well as trainer and the speaker. Coach Andrea is a faculty member of Self-Taught Institute and college professor at Tulsa Community College and Tulsa Technology Center, teaching humanities, social sciences, and leadership development courses. Andrea is a board member of Share Every Global Foundation, and she is a member and mentor in the mentoring program in Share Every Global Foundation. Andrea's vision and calling is to serve God with passion and fellow human beings with compassion. Today, I'm glad to invite such a beautiful, multi-talented, down-to-earth personality on this platform to share her opinions and views, her expert opinions. So this is the platform for you to perform, ma'am. Please spread your seeds of knowledge on this platform of Share Every. Over to you. And let us bring our hands together to welcome the coach.
Thank you so much, Professor Sandra. Wow. Well, first of all, Happy New Year. Why great expectations? To answer your question, can I just be myself? I can only be myself this morning, and I'm so grateful to be here. The theme is Great Expectations Opens the Door when in 2024. The reason I mentioned great expectations is because I'm getting another degree, a master's degree in English. And one of the papers and books I had to read was Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Interesting book, but it was a long book. And I'm like, I just love the title. And I'm thinking, wow, why can't we have great expectations, not just for 2023, the remainder of 2023, but 2024, 2025, and for the rest of our lives? So great expectations. Now, if you'll notice, if you look at the flyer, the GREAT expectation stands for something. It is an acronym. First of all, we say it opens the door in 2024. The Middle Eastern year is 5784. And that means, and it's Dalet, D-A-L-E-T, and that means door. So just expect open doors for 5784. Now, I do the same thing that my coach, my mentor, John Maxwell does. And I love the way Professor Sandra did it. I believe in giving acronyms. Why? Because an acronym will help you what? Will help you recall, will help you remember things. And it gets our point across. So every letter in the word great is going to stand, expectations is going to stand for something. So please take a pen and paper, get your notes. First word is goalize, G-O-A-L-I-Z-E. You say, Andrea, I have never heard of that word. Trust me, neither had I. I made it up. You say, how can you make up words? Well, a person who makes up words is called a neologist. That's a person who invents or introduces new words into a language to express a new concept. Somebody has to make up words, so it might as well be you and I. So the word I made up is goalize. So, Andrea, what do you mean by goalize? Well, you take those two words, goal, which is an aim or desired for result, and visualize. What is visualize? You see, you put those together, goalize. You have to see your vision. You have to see yourself successful. You say, Andrea, that doesn't work. Oh, yes, it does. As I told you, I'm getting another degree in, it's going to be in English literature. And the class was so difficult. I have never had a class more difficult in all my life. So you know what I did? I'm thinking, I can do this. I can do this. I had to write all these papers, and I found a scripture. It says, and I wrote it down, my tongue is a pen of a ready writer. You see that? In other words, when I start talking, I can start writing. So I studied, and you know what I did? I said, I am determined to get an A. Got an A for the class. But in 2 weeks, I'll be taking another class on research, and next week on world literature. And I'm saying, okay, these classes are very difficult. Number one, I'm still teaching at the college. I have a full-time job. I'm with Share Every Global Foundation. I'm with Maxwell. I've got to get good grades in this. So what did I do? I goalized. These are the grades that 2 professors gave me, but I wrote down the classes that I'm taking next in 2 weeks, research and world literature. And I also already gave myself an A. So when I get discouraged, when I say I can't do this, I'm going to put this right in front of me and say, yes, I can. I'm goalizing the vision I have. Friends, please goalize. Go, go, go. Write your vision down. Goalize. Next, what's the next word? Remember. It was awesome that our CEO, so the R is going to stand for remember. He wants us to remember all the progress, as Coach Chris mentioned, all the progress that we've accomplished in 2023. So remember, so when you feel yourself discouraged, you say, wait a minute. Was able to do that in 2023. I can do it in 2024. So that's why it was apropos for him to tell us all the accomplishments that Share Every Global Foundation, Share Every America, or the Smarties class, everything that they were able to accomplish. So you've got to remember, when you get discouraged, remember. When I think I can't go any further, if I can't read another book on literature, you know what? I'm going to remember, hey, I got an A in strategies. Hey, I got an A in literature. And hey, I'm going to get an A in my other classes. So you have to remember, go back, remember your past. Next, E, encourage yourself. This is a wonderful place to be encouraged. We have to encourage ourselves. Don't wait for other people to encourage us. Encourage yourself. Some people are so busy with their own lives, they don't have time to build you up. Come on, you can make it. Encourage yourself. Talk to yourself. You can do this. I can have, Coach Hampton said, I will have 1,000 people by March. Okay, by March. He's going to have 1,000 people. Why? Because he's encouraging himself again. So encourage yourself, build yourself. You can do it. You've got this. You've got this. You've got this. A. So we've got the goalize, remember, encourage, adjust. We don't always like to do that, but it's necessary. We had to adjust in 2019 when COVID hit the world. We had to adjust from teaching in person to teaching via Zoom. And you know what? We did it. So adjust. Don't stay in the same place. Adjust. Adjust the rudder. You may not have to adjust where you're going, but adjust the method that you will get there. So A stands for adjust. Next, T. What does T stand for? Tactics. I'll spell that for you. TACTICS. Tactics. What are tactics? A plan to attaining a particular goal. You have to have a plan. Well, I'll just do it. No, you have to have a plan. You have to write it down. Think it, and then ink it. Write your tactic down. How are you going to get, Andrea? How are you going to get an A in educational research? And then I have to take another class called technology. I don't know. I already know my tactic for technology. When I get stuck, I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to call Coach Rambabu. Yoo-hoo, Coach Rambabu. Hi. So have a tactic, because I know he knows technology. Have a tactic for everything that you do, for the goals that you have. Next, E, enthusiastic. You have to be. If you're not enthusiastic about 2024 for yourself, guess what? Nobody else will be. And it's so important to be enthusiastic. Now, if you look at the root word of enthusiastic, it means divinely inspired. Enthusiastic literally means in God. So when even God's enthusiastic, even God's enthusiastic about the plan that he has for you. He's enthusiastic about 2024 in your life. So we need to be also. So just be enthusiastic. Enthusiastic simply means being divinely inspired. Be divinely inspired about your goals. What's the next letter? You say, Andrea, I bet you couldn't find anything for X. Oh, but I did. I have never heard of this word. Xenial. 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 Now go ahead and put a suffix to that word. Make it xenalistic. So Xenialistic. What does that mean? It means, I've never heard this word before. It means warm, welcoming, friendly to strangers and foreigners. Folks, we're in this together. We're on planet Earth together. We're all getting into 2024 together. Some of us will arrive before others. Australia arrived in 2024 few hours ago. Coach Hampton will arrive there an hour before I will. You Share Every Global Foundation panel will arrive before America will. So we've got to be, because we're all together, we have to be warm, welcoming, to friendly to strangers and foreigners. And that's what this platform is all about. We are warm. We are welcoming. I would not be here if the panel were not warm and welcoming. That's why we encourage you. We encourage people to join, because you know what? We are family. There's a song, you may not know it in India, but there's a song from Sister Sledge said, we are family. I have all my brothers and my sisters with me. Come on, everybody, celebrate. Come on, everybody. Celebrate, something like that. But the fact is, we are brothers and sisters. We're on planet Earth to help one another. So it encompasses, we have to be warm. We have to be welcoming, friendly to strangers and foreigners, which we are on this platform. Nobody remains a stranger on this platform. We welcome you. So in 2024, be xenalistic. Next, P. Oh, my favorite. My favorite. And I respect other people's religions. I have a relationship. I believe in prayer. That's all there is to it. I could not make it with God. That's all there is to it. And when I pray, I believe in, can you see this? I pray big. No little, and I keep everything around me to remind me to what? Can you see that? To pray big. I believe in the power of prayer. Figure, wait a minute. There's a God. If he created the world, he created me. He expects me to pray big, because when you pray big, you ask big, guess what? You get big. So I'm grateful, grateful, grateful to the what? The power of prayer. The power of prayer. That works for me. So whoever your higher power is, my higher power just happens to be Jesus Christ. But whoever your higher power is, whatever works for you, just do something, because we're not by ourselves. We do have someone watching over us and looking for us and having our best interest in heart. And for me, it's the Lord, it's Jesus. Next, oh yeah, here's another one. My other favorite word, empathetic. I'll spell that. EMPATHETIC. EM, P as in Paul, A, T as in Tom, HE, T as in Tom, IC. What does sympathetic mean? It means showing an ability to understand and share the feelings of others. You know what? When you hurt, I hurt. When I hurt, you hurt. Why? Because we're family. We want the best for each other. We have an ability to understand and share the feelings of others. We have to do that. We need each other. Every 56 days, they call me. And sometimes I'll just pick up the phone. I said, okay, I'm making an appointment. I'm making an appointment because I have rare blood. I have O negative blood, which means I believe it's 8% of the whole human population. I can give blood to everyone, but I can only take blood if I ever have a transfusion. I can only take blood from people who have O negative. Guess who on this panel, not on this panel because I don't see him, but guess whose wife is O negative? Coach Joyful Jagadish. So she and I, although she's in, I believe he's there in India, I'm in America, she and I can only give each blood to each other. So that's why we need one another. That's why we have an ability to understand and share the feelings of each other, because we're family. I need you. You need me. We need each other. We must be empathetic. Next, courageous. Is that easy? Sometimes it's not. But you know what? As John Maxwell would say, do it afraid. Whatever you need to do, just do it afraid. I'm afraid. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. When I was taking this class, I'm like, how can I teach 2 classes, work a full-time job, keep up with my students' paper, write lessons for my students, be with Share Every Global Foundation, all the responsibilities that I have, and still be in school trying to get another degree. But you know what? I did it afraid. Courageous. We must be courageous. We don't have time for you to shrivel up and shrink back. No, they're looking at me. They'll talk about me. They'll laugh at me. You know what? Let them laugh. They laughed at the Wright brothers when they were building their airplane. They laughed at Walt Disney. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. You know what? You can make it, but you've got to be courageous. You must be courageous. Next, T, my favorite word, is thankful. You have to be thankful. God does not owe us anything, but we owe each other everything. Oh, I owe God everything. I personally owe him everything. I think we all do, but we owe each other everything. We have to. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, 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 yes. We have to be thankful. Well, I don't have a good job. You have a job. You have a nice home, but you have a roof over your head. I don't have money, but you have ways to make money. I don't have a family. You have friends. So we have to be thankful, thankful, thankful. I've listened to a couple of people, and it just irritates me to no end when they say that. And I've said something on Sherry, somebody will say, my English is not good. So your English is good. You have to be thankful that you can speak more than one language. In America, there are a lot of people who do that, but they're people who are foreigners. Okay. In Oklahoma, trust me, they can barely speak English. So that's why I stick with Share Every Global Foundation, so I can learn English. So be thankful, thankful, thankful. Next A is to align. What does that mean? Align yourself with people. Align yourself. That simply means to join. Join yourself with people who are going where you want to go. Align yourself. That's why it's so important. Don't let people put you down. Don't let people say, you know what, you'll never make it. I don't hang with negative people. I'll give you one chance, or maybe two chances, but I refuse to hang with negative people. Refuse to be around them. You will not tear me down. There's a song in America that says, I don't know the name of the title of the song, but it's one line and it says, build me up, buttercup. Don't tear me down. If you're around someone who tears you down, let them go. Bye, 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 Felicia. There's a saying in America that we say, it's from a movie, bye, Felicia. You need to tell bye, Felipe. You need to tell anyone who you cannot align with, who pulls you down, puts you down. Do not align yourself with them. Align yourself with Share Every Global Foundation. We will build you up, buttercup. Next, okay. T word, tenacious. What does tenacious means? Tenacious simply means don't give up. Don't give up and don't stop trying. Please do not give up. Do not give up. You're almost there. You're so close to the finish line. You're so close. We cannot afford for you to give up. We need you. We need you. We need you. Do not give up. You must be tenacious. That's why it's so important to align yourself with people who will join with you, who will encourage you not to give up. Do not give up. There's a lady, her name is Harriet Tubman. She lived in the 1800s. She was a slave. And they call her the Moses. They called her a Black Moses because she was determined. She was a slave, but she didn't want people who looked like me, my people, to be slaves. And she escaped several times, would run away from slavery, and she would come back and try to get people to get out of slavery. She goes, just go to the north. God did not call you to be a slave. You don't have to be a slave. You're not a slave. And she would take a gun and she would say, oh, you're going to be free. You will be free. She was tenacious. She wanted people to be free. Okay, I'm not going to use a gun. I don't believe in violence. I just want you to be tenacious. Don't give up. No matter what hits you, don't give up. She was captured a few times, but she kept escaping until she had something called an Underground Railroad to help slaves to escape from the South to the North. And now she's honored. She will be honored. I don't know if they've done that yet, but she will be honored on American currency. They call her Moses because she helped her people to be set free. Gandhi helped his people to be set free. He was tenacious. He could have given up. He was an attorney. He was a lawyer. He could have said, women, I've got it. I have it made. You can have it made too. You're on your own. But he was tenacious to set his people free. Be tenacious. Why? Because we need you. You say, Andrea, what if I fail? You know what? There's a Frank Sinatra song that says, when I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get in place. That's life. Life is going to knock you down, my friends, but be tenacious and back up. And we're here to help you. Next is to imagine. You've got to imagine. Imagine. Wait a minute. Imagine yourself having thousands of YouTube subscribers. Imagine John Maxwell. So 50,000, I think they're almost at the 50,000 or 500,000. It must be 50,000. 50,000 members for Maxwell. Imagine having 50,000. Imagine, use your imagination. Use your imagination. That's why God gave us an imagination, so we could imagine, so we could see our future. Next, be optimistic. Be optimistic. Well, is that glass half full or half empty? Don't worry about that. Just remember that glass is refillable. Be optimistic. Stay away from pessimistic people. Stay away from people who put you down. Be optimistic. Just see the what is that song? See the light at the end of the tunnel. And when you see a light at the end of the tunnel, guess what? It's not a train to run you over. You will see a light. Go towards that light of optimism. Nurture. What do? Your parents, what do? You nurture. You've got to nurture your dreams. You've got to nurture your goals. Nurture them. Give them life. Speak to them. Nurture, nurture, nurture. Feed them. How do you feed them? Feed them by educating yourself. Feed them by investing in your dreams. You must invest in your dreams. You must invest in our dreams. Speak. Oh my goodness. That is so important. Speak, 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 speak. God himself, if God himself can do it, he said he created the world with his words. Your words, your words, your words. I keep this in front of me. My tongue is a pen of a ready writer. I get ready to write a paper. Again, change your words, change your mind. So you've got to watch your words. That's why I'm involved with the Self-Talk Institute. Speak your vision into pass. Speak the fact, you know what? I'm going to get an A out of these classes. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Alrighty then. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So let's go ahead. Tell me what Great Expectations stands for. G, goalize. Okay, you have your goals and you have your vision, goalize. R, remember the past to proceed to the future. E, encourage yourself. Don't wait for other people to encourage you. Encourage yourself. A, adjust. Sometimes you have to adjust the sail. It's okay. T, have tactics. Know how you're going to get from point A to point B. Then next, that was great. E, enthusiastic. You got to be enthusiastic. Xennialistic. Be friendly to foreigners. Be friendly because you know what? We're all foreigners somewhere. So be friendly to people, which we know on this platform that we are. P, whatever religion you are, I believe prayer. That's for me. I pray. E, be empathetic. C, be courageous. Just do it. T, thankful. A, align yourself. T, be tenacious. Don't give up. Don't give up. I think I can. I think I can. Yes, you can. I, imagine. O, be optimistic. N, nurture. And an S, speak. When you do that, Great Expectations opens the door for 2024. Back to you. Thank you.
Wow, Dr. Andrea. Listen, I don't know if what you got on that. You better put that in a book. If you don't do it, I'll do it. She gave you 17 days worth of devotional thoughts that you can start your 2024 with. Each one of those days is a day to meditate on and regurgitate. That's a lot of words, but it's going to give you direction in the beginning of your year. So wow, that's a challenge. Well, let's go into our next stage where we're going to do our reviewer. So I'm going to introduce our reviewer, Coach Sujata Balaji.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Christopher. And first of all, Andrea ma'am has opened with a salute. I return a salutation for the wonderful oration. Spellbound, that's the word I can say. And I think Great Expectations, written by Charles Dickens, must have been an estimate about Andrea Anderson ma'am. Your acronym synchronizes with his entire narration. That beautifully enriching, you have added the acronym elaboration. We really are so thankful to you and gratitude for enlightening us this way. And it's like East meets the West. Thank you to Share Every Global Foundation. Thank you to Coach Ram Babu for connecting us, the two parts of the world. That's also very, very, virtually, which has become possible. Now, the way you have elaborated Great Expectations, I have something to say that now I create a new word. You are full of xennialism. You have explained being xennialistic, but I say you are a persona of xennialism. The way you have conducted yourself, the way you have connected yourself, the way you have reviewed the entire study, your master's study, it's exemplary. That's all I can say. Very astounding, very clear, very confident. And I think everyone has enjoyed the acronym the way you have put forth to us. I did not know the word great has such a hidden elaboration. Such a latent elaboration. Excellent, ma'am. Thank you so much for that. And I also would define your talk today as a virtuous talk, because there are all virtues in what you have elaborated. You have spoken about being empathetic, being imaginative, being, a lot more practicing good values and adding to the society. I have enjoyed every word. It's like honey dropping from you. So that's what I brought it down to a nutshell. Thank you once again. And another I would like to tell is the way you have said, open the door to 2024, excellent. That's the most optimistic way of moving to another year. The hidden side of the coin, we are turning a year older, but mentally we grow a year younger and keep ourselves informed, connected, and the 4 Ps, excellent coinages, I must say. Let's keep connecting over this and we look forward to hear a lot more from you. Thank you so much. And thank you once again on behalf of all our SGF members who are here. Great Expectations is a testimony, your oration, and we have really taken it in the right perspective. Thank you once again. And with this, I take leave. I hand over the stage to Coach Christopher Hampton. Over to you, Mr. Christopher.
Thank you, Coach Balaji. There are so many things I got out of this whole entire day today. One of the things that I got, I don't know if y'all play Scrabble out there, but that's a great way of learning in your English. So now I know that I've had Xenial in my Scrabble, and I never knew that I had it in there. So now we have a word that we can use and then, make a few people lose their turn because they're going to challenge you because they've never heard the word Xenial before, but it's in the dictionary and we got it. So thank you.